We're joined today by Laurie. He is the outreach librarian for the Winnipeg Public Library. Now, we recently came across a story about the mobile library that the Winnipeg Public Library offers. Many of us here had never heard of it, and I know this is something that has actually been around for quite some time. For those who don't know, what is the mobile library?
The mobile library is a van service that Winnipeg Public Library provides to several low-income neighborhoods in Winnipeg. Currently, we go to the Blake Gardens Community Resource Center, Indigenous Family Center on Selkirk, and the Marlene Street Resource Center in St. Vital. So we focus on low-income neighborhoods, and we try and bring the library experience to people who might not be able to get to the library otherwise.
Describe a little bit about what this might look like then, because, we've got the libraries, but this is a mobile library. So what will this look like for those who are actually using it?
It's a little library van, and you may see it on the streets of Winnipeg one day. It's got like a splashy decal on the outside. We bring about 14 blue boxes of library material to different locations. The staff dolly them into that location and set them up on the table that the organizers have arranged for us. So we bring a collection, a general typical browsing collection of adult books, fiction, nonfiction, kids books, storybooks, picture books, fiction and nonfiction, graphic novels, magazines, movies. And so we bring a browsing collection to the mobile library. We also focus the collection on the neighborhood demographics. So we find we often have Indigenous populations, newcomer populations, and we try and buy local authors, local interest, and resources that people especially want. If we don't bring what they have, and we're hard pressed to do that because we can only pack so many books into our van, we take requests and we can bring almost any request the next time we come. We visit each location every 2 weeks. So for today's example, I'll be going to the Marlene Street Resource Center in the afternoon from 2:30 to 4:30.
Why is something like this so important, especially in these specific communities?
Well, I think the library is important in every community. Many communities don't have much of an issue getting to the library. They have a car, they can access bus, or they can walk. Low-income neighborhoods, for socioeconomic reasons, are less likely to be able to access a regular library. It may be situated far away from a library. We haven't built libraries in booming populations of the city. So yeah, we just try to bring the library and make it accessible for everybody. Often we find that we have customers that identify themselves as former library users. They may have run into issues with fines or fees and gotten away from using the library. They may be getting back to us on their own, or they may have had kids. And for whatever reason, their kids may have not been able to access the library because mom or dad hasn't been able to attend the library for whatever historical reasons. So we break that cycle, and we can make library cards on the spot for adults and kids alike. We used to waive fines, but the library went fines free in, I think, January 2020. So fines no longer exist. Please spread that word. Many people aren't aware of that. Often we're able to waive lost fees that were incurred years ago. So we can re-engage adults with the library and hopefully re-engage their families and kids and start them out on a great path of literacy.
I love that. And I love that you can make library cards on the scene, because I know when I first went back and was like, I had a library card. I don't know if it exists. And it amazed me how fast and how quick that process was. It was like, you can get books out today. We just need to do a few things and get this done. And boom, you have a library card and access to basically, I think, the world all over again through literature.
I agree. Yeah, the library laptops are live at the outreach location, at the Van Mobile Library locations. So we can make library cards on the spot. We can search the catalog and identify if we have an item so that we're able to bring it next time we come. And we also tell customers that with this library card, it's good at all of our regular, more bricks and mortar libraries, plus the online resources. And as you mentioned, there's a world of online resources via the library card, but also accessible on the internet.
And what has the response been like from the people who have actually had the chance to take part in this mobile library? People who show up, what are they typically saying, or how do they feel about having access once again to the library?
One of the great things about the host sites that we are at right now is they're in resource centers where people in the neighborhood are often coming to access other services. And often they'll stumble upon us and go, "Oh, who are you? What are you doing here?" So we'll tell them who they are. Their eyes light up. It's actually the most wonderful job in the world to see the faces of people when they realize who you are, and what you're able to do for them. So yeah, they're often pleasantly surprised. Sometimes they know they've seen a poster in the neighborhood or heard through word of mouth that will be in the neighborhood, and they come and get their library card, and they're quite thrilled to engage or re-engage with the library.
I love that. Again, can you let us know the locations and when you are at those locations, please?
Certainly, yeah, we're at three resource centers right now. The oldest one we've been going to since about 2008, I think, is the Indigenous Family Center on Selkirk, 470 Selkirk. We go to the Blake Gardens Resource Center on Tuesdays, I believe. I forgot the calendar right in front of me. And Marlene Street is today, so it's every other Thursday from 2:30 to 4:30. So 2:30 to 4:30 allows us to access adults and families, and then the kids come after school at 3:30 and they pile in and get lots of fun books, graphic novels and such.
For those looking for more information about the mobile library and the library as a whole, how can they go about doing that?
Winnipeg.ca/library is our website, and the mobile library service phone number is 986-204-986-5580.
Fantastic. One thing I forgot to ask at the beginning is how long has the mobile library been in existence and how long have you all been doing this for?
We've been going,
Approximately.
yeah, no, I can tell you exactly. I've got notes. 2008 is when we started at two locations. We started at Dufferin School and Northway Community Center in 2008. We added Indigenous Family Center, I think, a couple of years after that.
Thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Colleen. Have a great day.